So welcome to vlogtober day 9. We're going strong, honestly, almost a third of the way through. I'm proud of myself for keeping it up this long. Just weighed in at 179.0, just even 179, so lower than yesterday. Like I presumed, my water weight has just continued to come off from the weekend, which is just nice to know that even after a weekend that seems like, oh, that was bad, like it's a quick recovery. It's not like that's gonna majorly throw off my progress. So yeah, it's Wednesday. I usually don't go to the gym, or if I do, I'll do cardio, but I'm kind of low on time before I need to get to work. And also I'm just pretty sore since I started a new weightlifting cycle. Usually my muscles take about a week to like get used to the different types of movements that I'm doing. So rather than run, I'm just gonna do some yoga to stretch out and kind of prepare myself for the day. It's October 9th. I forgot to take measurements yesterday, but I'm gonna do them quickly now. I just realized I don't think I wrote them down anywhere, so I'm gonna have to go check my footage to see what my measurements were last week. It's like 33 and a half. I don't expect this to change a whole lot, maybe over the course of the whole month, but like 43, 22 and a half. I think that's about what they were before. And 22 and 3/4. And 13 and 3/4. 12 and a half. 12 and 3/4 on my left bicep. That's my first progress check-in. All right, so I had my lunch, and what I packed turned out to only be like 250 calories. So I'm like, I need some more, just to kind of keep my intake up, because I don't want to have to eat a whole bunch later tonight and like go to bed feeling full. So I walked to the local grocery store, picked up a couple protein shakes and protein bars that I'll just like keep throughout the week. But my doctor called, and turns out all the breath test things were normal, so I guess there's no issues there, which is kind of not what I was expecting. But I'm wondering if like maybe the test was done wrong, because looking online at how the test is supposed to be done, it was supposed to be fasted, but it wasn't fasted because I ended up eating between the blood test and the breath test. And then also they're supposed to like do multiple breath pouch like samples over the course of a couple hours, whereas I only had the 2 that were 15 minutes apart. So I don't know. Okay, so hey, I'm on my way home now. Yeah, that protein thing was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Updates to the day. Turns out not dessert at my house anymore, because there's just going to be 3 of us, so instead we're just going to go out for dinner. So one of the girls found this Mexican restaurant, but it's a bit east of my house, so I'm leaving work about an hour later than I usually do, because my dad called. Nothing up in particular. He just sometimes decides to call me on his commute home. So I talked with him for about 45 minutes and I was almost done on this one task that I was doing. So I was like, shoot, I can't leave yet because I still have to finish that up. So after talking to him, I went finish that up, and then I realized, I'm like, okay, dang, I gotta get home and then get to the restaurant, and I'm probably gonna have like 5 minutes at the house. Kind of glad that we switched to doing dinner, because otherwise I definitely wouldn't have had time to bake anything before people come over. But I should be able to make it to the restaurant in time. And I was able to look at the menu for the restaurant, and there's plenty of vegan options, and they're all designated out, which is just like so nice, so convenient. So I drank the protein drink and then ended up eating a Cliff nut butter bar and snacked on some freeze-dried strawberries and had some chai tea. I have not been drinking as much water as I normally do, though. I think I just refilled this, and I think this bottle is gonna be my 4th of the day. Usually I would have drank at least 5 by now, but I don't know, I just haven't been as thirsty. I mean, I've also had 2 cups of coffee and a cup of tea, so I am drinking things, just not water, so really working on that. But having this, now I'm realizing how thirsty I am, so I'm easily going to be able to finish this, and I'm sure another bottle's worth between dinner and just the rest of the night's activities. One thing that was nice that was while I talked to my dad on the phone, I just stepped outside the building and walked around, and I just like kept lapping the buildings, and there were some people waiting to get picked up and get a ride home. And so I passed them a couple times, and one of the girls was like, "What are you doing? Are you just exercising?" I'm like, "No, I'm on the phone." And she's like, "Oh, okay." But I did hit my 10,000 steps as I was walking out to come to my car, so that's really nice. Because I was concerned, since I didn't go to the gym this morning and didn't run or anything, I was like, ooh, and with activities tonight, I wasn't sure if I was really going to be able to hit the 10,000, but since I just walked around on the phone for 45 minutes, I got there. So yeah, overall, a pretty normal day. I don't know what normal is anymore, honestly. I will say one thing though that kind of frustrated me today, on a more serious note, was that HR sent out an email about like mental health and the importance of it, and making sure that people around you are doing okay and checking in with them, and the title of the email was "Are you okay?" And so just encourage people to start conversations and not be judgmental, and just listen and encourage people to get help and things like that, and just, good, healthy mental health support, which I'm all for. But then it was just kind of disappointing because some of the people around me at work started like joking around like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And it just kind of really, really bothered me that they just took it, so that it seemed like they were making such light of the situation, when there's, I'm sure, others besides myself who struggle consistently with mental health. And yeah, that was just an unfortunate experience, but I didn't really know how to respond to it in the moment because I wasn't like part of that group, so I couldn't be like, "Hey, maybe someone isn't okay, stop making a joke out of it." Yeah, that was just, it's kind of been irking me all day, but I'm not sure that there's really much that I can do about it. I am thankful though that my workplace is at least somewhat proactive about it and is sending out emails like that and is offering support and resources for people. I think that's so important, and that really every workplace needs to do that, because so many people don't realize the huge effects that mental health can have on someone's life. So, just my 2 cents. So, just to recap of the evening, I went to the restaurant. It was super yummy Mexican food. I had these vegan enchiladas with sweet potato and black beans and spinach, and we also got some like guacamole for the table. So there weren't like nutrition facts for the restaurant, so I just kind of estimated in my FitnessPal, but this is probably more of my flex day type thing. I don't know exactly. how much, but I know that I'm within my calorie range. I am a bit short on protein, per my estimations, but it's also 10 o'clock at night, and it's just, I think it's fine. I didn't lift weights today, which is when getting the protein is like especially important. Like I still got 87 grams of protein today, which is probably more than most people. I don't know. Yeah, good day. The food was really good. Definitely gonna go back there at some point. For the first week of progress, I know the measurements are kind of, some went up, some went down. And I mean, it's hard to be precise with a tape measure, at least for me when I'm like measuring myself. I don't know exactly if it's in the same spot as last week, but overall, I don't expect like huge changes anyway. Like I said, just as long as over the course of the month it changes a bit, like I don't mind that my waist was half an inch bigger this week. I think it's just kind of all part of the process. And yeah, trying to just be a better person for myself. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are, whether it's like 3 a.m. and you're watching this alone in bed, or it's like 10:30 in the morning and you're procrastinating doing something else. Whatever you're doing, I hope you do it well, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.